The subtopic of change in temperature. We have already discussed what is exothermic reaction. As the name indicates, exo means giving out. Therm means heat. It means if in a reaction heat is evolved, that is termed as exothermic reaction. We have discussed when we add zinc granules to sulfuric acid, then while addition of zinc granules, if we touch the container, it gets heats up. To the next, why it is heats up? Because of production of heat during the chemical reaction. To the next, if we add acid to a base, it is a neutralization reaction which is accompanied with the increase in the temperature of the container. It means when we add acid to a base, and when we touch the container, we observe that the temperature increases. This temperature increases because the heat is evolved during that reaction. But today we will discuss endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction. As the name indicates, endo means in, to give in. Therm means heat. It means that reaction which required heat for its progress. Clear? It means a reaction which required heat for its progress. That reaction is termed as endothermic reaction. Or you can say, let us define it. A reaction in which heat is required for its progress. It is termed as endothermic reaction. Or in the other way, what we can say, if a reaction is endothermic reaction, then it requires heat. It means when an endothermic reaction progress, it will absorb heat from its container. When it will absorb heat from its container, then the temperature of the container will decreases. It means a reaction which progress by the decrease in the temperature of the container, that is termed as endothermic reaction. Or in the other word, we can see a reaction which accompanied with decrease in temperature of container is known as endothermic reaction. What it means? It means as the reaction is endothermic, it requires heat. When it progresses, it will absorb heat from the container. That's why the temperature of the container will decrease, and that is termed as endothermic reaction. Let us understand it by taking an example. For example, when we take barium hydroxide, BaOH twice, and when it is reacted with ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. When we mix barium hydroxide together with ammonium chloride, and when we stir it, on stirring it, when we touch the container, we observe that there is decrease in the temperature of the container. Why it is so? Because this is a kind of endothermic reaction, and for its progress, it will absorb heat from the container. That's why the temperature of the container will decrease, and which will result into formation of barium chloride BaCl2 plus ammonia NH3 plus water. It means when we add barium hydroxide to ammonium chloride, it will form barium chloride, ammonia and water. Together, there will be decrease in the temperature of the container. Why? Because when the reaction progress, it will absorb heat from the container. When it will absorb heat from the container, then there will be decrease in its temperature, and it is termed as endothermic reaction. In endothermic reaction, the heat or the enthalpy is represented by delta, and it is represented as positive. Clear? To the next, we will discuss the next one, that is change in state. Change in state. Let us take the example of wax. When wax is burned, then first of all it melts. When wax is in solid state and when it is converted into liquid state, then that is not the example of chemical change. But what happens? When melted wax is burned, it is converted into carbon dioxide and water. What we see here, the solid wax is converted into gas state. Clear? This is a good example of change in state. It means when we burn candle, here, then the solid wax is melted and burned to produce what? Burned to produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. It means what we see here? We see here that we have the wax in solid state, but when it is burned, it converted to gaseous state. First, it is converted to liquid state, which is an example of physical change, but we are discussing here chemical change. Then, what we see here? We see here when a candle is burned, it is converted from solid state to gaseous state. On burning, it is converted to carbon dioxide and water vapor. It is a good example of change in state. Clear? Let us discuss the next topic, that is chemical equation. What do you mean by chemical equation? Let us take an example. When we add sodium hydroxide, it is a base, with an acid, that is HCl. What is formed? It forms NaCl plus water. It means a chemical reaction. You see here, it is a type of chemical change, and we are going to represent this chemical equation by the means of signs and symbols. You see here, we are going to represent the compound sodium hydroxide by not its name, by the means of symbol, that is sodium, oxygen and hydrogen. The acid by hydrogen and chlorine. It means in chemical equation what we do, we are going to represent a chemical reaction by the means of signs and symbol. What we got? It means a chemical equation is way of representing chemical reaction we are representing chemical reaction by the means of sign and symbols. To the next, what we see here? We see here, these are on the left hand side. It means this is LHS. How to know? In case of chemistry, we term it like this. Which hand is this? This one is left hand. That's why it is left hand side. And this one is right hand side. Which one hand? Right. This one is left. This one is left hand side. This one is right hand side. It means what we see here, these are left hand side. These are also known as reactant. And these are product. What are reactant? It means the substance which combine, which react together in a chemical reaction is termed as reactant. The first one, what is reactant? The substance which react during a chemical reaction is termed as a reactant. Clear? What is product? The substance which is produced in a chemical reaction is termed as product. The substance which is produced in a chemical reaction is termed as product. Let us see here the next one. Plus. What we are representing here, plus, it means the plus indicates the reactant in a chemical reaction. Reactant, it means when sodium hydroxide, plus indicate when react with hydrochloric acid. It means when sodium hydroxide is added to hydrochloric acid. Plus indicate addition. What is produced? Sodium chloride together with water. To the next, the arrow represents the progress of the reaction. What do you see here? The arrow represents the progress of chemical reaction. Clear? What we study here, we see a chemical reaction is represented by the means of signs and symbols. Here we are going to represent sodium hydroxide by the means of symbol, that is NaOH. It means we represent the chemical reaction by the means of signs and symbol. It is termed as chemical equation. We term this one is left hand side. In the left hand side we have the reactant which react to produce the product. It means the substance which undergoes chemical reaction, right? The substance which react or undergoes chemical reaction is termed as reactant, and the substance which produce during the chemical reaction is termed as product. Product is represented in right hand side. The arrow represents the direction of the reaction, chemical reaction, or the progress of the chemical reaction. Clear? Discuss how to balance a chemical reaction. It means balancing the chemical reaction. But the question arises in our mind, what is the basis of balancing the chemical reaction? As we have studied in class 9, that atom can never be created nor be destroyed. In another way, we can see that during a chemical reaction, a mass is conserved. It means mass can never be created, mass can never be destroyed. If it cannot be destroyed, then during the chemical reaction, a mass of different element will remain as such. The atom of different element will remain as such. This is the basis of balancing the chemical reaction. It means the basis of balancing, the first one, the basis of balancing the chemical reaction is, what is this? The law of conservation of mass. What it states here? What it states here? It states that. What it states here? It states that. It states that what the number of atoms of different element in reactant and product are C. What it means? Balancing the chemical reaction, it is totally based on the basis of balancing the chemical reaction is the conservation of mass. What it states here? It states here that the atom of different element in reactant side is equals to the atom of different element in the product side. State that the number of atoms of different element in reactant side and product is same. Clear? It means whatever will be the atom of different element in reactant, it is equals to the atom of different element in product. It means the atom cannot be produced or destroyed during the chemical reaction. In order to balance the chemical reaction in this class, we will use heat and trial method. Let us balance a chemical reaction by using heat and trial method. Let us take one example. When hydrogen combined with oxygen, it forms what? Don't write here H. Don't write here O. Like this. Don't write like this. H or O. Why? Because the hydrogen which is available to us, that is molecular hydrogen. That's why what we are writing H2 instead of H. It means hydrogen is written as H2. The oxygen which we have, which is available to us, it is in the form of O2. It is molecular oxygen. Don't write O. When they react, they form water. We know the molecular formula. It is H2O. Clear? Let us see whether the chemical reaction is balanced or not. You see here, hydrogen, let us see, hydrogen in reactant and in product. What we see here, hydrogen here is, how many atoms are there? 1 and 1, 2. 2 hydrogen atoms. 1 and 1, 2. How many hydrogen atoms are there? It has 2 atoms. But what about oxygen? Oxygen here it is 2 atoms. See here, O2. Subscript is 2. How many atoms are there? 2. It is 2 atoms. You see here, oxygen is, what you see here? 1. It means what you see, hydrogen in reactant is 2, in product is 2. It is balanced. Oxygen in reactant is 2 and product is 1. Clear? It means oxygen is not balanced. Then how to balance it? If you want to balance it, see here, we will not increase here. We will not increase the subscript like this. It is incorrect. Because when we increase here 2, then it will become another compound that will not remain water. It will form hydrogen peroxide. It means we have not to increase the subscript. Only we have to increase here, that is known as cytometric coefficient. We have to put number here. This is known as cytometric coefficient. And we have to balance the chemical equation. How to balance it? Let us see. Hydrogen is balanced. Clear? Here oxygen is 1. Here oxygen is 2. What is the problem? Oxygen is 2 here. Here oxygen is 1. What we do? If we write here 2, then what we see here? The number of hydrogen is 2 into 2, 4. The number of oxygen is 2. Clear? Here the number of oxygen is 2. It means the number of oxygen is balanced. Clear? See here once again. Here the oxygen is 2 and here O1 subscript is 1. Here the cytometric coefficient 2. 1 into 2, 1. 2. It means the number of oxygen here in the product is 2 on writing subscript. If you write or increase the subscript of your choice, then there will not be problem in the chemical reaction. But when you increase the cytometric coefficient, then it will be difficult. It will change the compound. It is incorrect. It means only you have to write the cytometric coefficient of your choice. Clear? I have written here and the oxygen atom is balanced. But what we see here, on writing 2 here, the number of hydrogen atom is disbalanced. What we see here, 2 hydrogen subscript 2 and 2 cytometric coefficient, it will become 2 into 2, 4. It means in the product, how many hydrogen atoms are there? 4. On writing cytometric coefficient, how many hydrogen atoms are there? 4. But how many hydrogen atoms are there in the reactant? It is 2. Then what we do? In order to make it 4, what we do? We multiply it with. Clear? Then let us see here. Hydrogen atom in reactant is 2 into 2. How many hydrogen atoms are there? 4. And here we see in the product it is 2 into 2, that is 4. Clear? How many oxygen atoms are there? 2 in the reactant. And how many oxygen atoms are there? O2. It means in the reactant the oxygen is 2, in the product oxygen is 2, in the reactant hydrogen is 4, and in the product hydrogen is 4. It means what we see, the chemical reaction is balanced, and it means it can only and only balance by changing the cytometric coefficient, not increasing the subscript. Understood? Thank you.